Hey, my name is Lana, and I want to talk about how we can fix up our home in the new year.
Miles and miles of the clear blue skies. We drive straight as
I'm calling it the 12 by 12 challenge, the 12 by 12 method, and it's gonna give a lot of focus to help you do one room at a time, 1 month at a time. So I am all about helping women focus. I mean, for me, I walk in a room and I forget why I'm even there. And so I use timers all the time. And so this is my equivalent to fixing up one space at a time. It's focus. And I feel like a lot of times I walk through my house and I feel like a failure because there's so many different spaces I wanna fix up, but I know the time it's gonna take and I can't stop what I'm doing right then and there and give it the attention that it needs. And so one thing I discovered is that if I could just focus on one space for 1 month at a time, that at the end of the year I would have 12 transformed spaces. And that's huge. That's really, really huge. And I also like that it takes the pressure off of it being a room. Sometimes we don't have the time, the budget, all of the things for a room. Sometimes a room in an open concept house is really overwhelming. So it could be a drawer, it could be a wall, it could be a closet, it could be a pantry. It's just a space that has been bothering you and that you can give your focus to for a whole month. So I've created a Facebook group to cheer you on, to encourage you, for you to share your before and afters. It's open to any woman and it's free. And so I am definitely including the links down below. I would love for you to come join. You do not have to join this group at the beginning of the year. You can jump in at any point, but I would encourage you, even if you don't have a budget for it, even if you just washed walls, decluttered, organized the space, thought creatively about how you can use the space better, that would be of so much value to you and your home. And underneath all of this, I want our homes to be a sacred place for the people that we love, for the people that live in our house and the people that are going to come into our house, that they would feel just a sense of peace and order and warmth in our home that can only be created by us, that we are the creators of our home. And I know for so long I felt like it was more fun out there, that life was out there. But now that I'm home with my kids, I'm like, wow, life is here. This home is important. Order in this home is important. And beauty in this home is important. And function is important. All of those things. And so I am just super passionate about helping you take back your home, helping you to not feel like a failure every second. And let's address the failure thing. Because if you feel like a failure when you look at a space that is not what you want it to be, then it's not true. It's a lie. That is not failure. Maybe there could be progress in that area, but it's not a reflection of my identity or your identity. We are growing and learning as homemakers, home keepers, home creators, and we're not going to get there overnight. It's not an instant process. There's a huge learning curve. And so I would really encourage you to drop that failure mentality. I know I'm kicking it to the curb. I am just rebuking that lie and saying, no, I am not a failure. I am learning. I am in process. I am moving towards the goal, and I am not a failure. I am only a failure if I quit, if I just say I don't care, and if I say I can't do it because I'm just not a good decorator, I'm just not an organized person, I'm just not a homemaker. Like, that mentality is not going to be helpful for this goal. So I would really encourage you that if you don't feel like a good decorator, a good organizer, if you feel messy, if you feel like you just can't get it together, then I really think this challenge is for you. But if you're clean and you're organized, I still think this challenge is for you. I think we all have areas that we can grow and learn from each other, and that's actually my heartbeat for Girl Teach Me, is that we would turn to other women and say, hey girl, teach me how you do this or that, because we can't just rely on what we know. We are relational creatures. We are meant to learn from each other, but I feel like there's so much competition just with women where they're like petty and they're intimidated by other women and their strengths, and so it makes them want to overcompensate or hide their gifts, this or that. It's all because of this insecurity. But that's not the way we're supposed to live. We're supposed to lean in and say, you are such a good homeschool mom. Can you teach me how you do that? Or you dress super cute. Can you help me put together an outfit for family photo shoots? Or you're such a good cook. Can you give me like top 3 recipes that you keep in rotation? That is how we're supposed to live. It's just to lean into our friends' gifts. And so that is my hope for Girl Teach Me. And this is my expression for it for the home, is that we could come together in this group and be learning from one another. together. So definitely go check out that Facebook group. The second thing I want to tell you about is another group that I'm a part of. It's not a group I started. I'm a moderator in the group. I'm going to be writing blog posts for the group and doing videos for the group, but that is called the Life-Giving Home Challenge. Now, this book written by Sally Clarkson is split up into chapters for each month. So we are going to be going through this book in the year 2022, and if you're watching this in the future, I'm sure there's still a lot you can gain from this. I'm going to be doing videos about these principles throughout this year because I want your home to be life-giving. If our homes are not life-giving, what are we doing? We want to build up our house, not tear it down. We want to build up the people in our house, not tear them down. We want it to be life-giving, not death-giving. And so I really hope that you'll go join me for that challenge as well. I know I am personally going to learn so much from this challenge, from this book. I love Sally Clarkson. I feel like she's like my mentor. I love her podcast and I love her books. So I would encourage you to go order that book. I'm going to leave a link down below for that. I know that it's going to benefit your family and the people that you love this year. So in the 12 by 12 challenge, I'm starting with my workshop. I have my before up on the group and I'm going to have my after at the end of this month. And I'm actually going to make a video every month this year, kind of walking through the before and after of the space. So a little bit of DIY, some before afters, some refreshes, just to give you some inspiration and some ideas for your spaces. So if you haven't already, I hope you'll hit subscribe. You can also find me on Instagram at girlteachme, at girlteachme.com, where I have a blog with the recipes and different things, all to help you on this journey of womanhood. I like to talk about new motherhood, real food, and creating a peaceful home for the people that you love. And as I like to say, if there's something you really have been wanting to learn, find somebody who's good at it. Find somebody who inspires you and say, hey girl, teach me.
No,